Hello, I'm Chef Chad. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making fresh pasta to go with the meatballs that you saw yesterday. So I've got my ingredients. I'm doing this in a food processor. You can do it by hand. This is a much easier way to do it if you do have a food processor. If you want to do it by hand, there's lots of videos online to show you how to do that. And maybe someday I will do that. But today I'm going to do it in the food processor. So I've got my dough blade in there. It's not a sharp blade. It's specifically for making dough. Comes standard with most of your food processors. Usually it stays in the cupboard and never ever gets used. So first of all, I'm going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Then I'm going to add 1 cup of semolina flour. I get my semolina flour. It's a Caputo brand. You can order it online through Amazon, or I've also seen it in, at some local markets. Bob's Red Mill has a version of semolina flour. It's in most local supermarkets, but like I said, you can always order it on Amazon. So to this, I'm going to add 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt and half a tablespoon of olive oil. If you don't have a steady hand, it's a good idea to not pour directly over the bowl that you're cooking in. However, I wanted to show that on screen so you can see what I'm doing. So anyway, we've got this. Okay, and then I'm going to just mix this. So I'm going to pulse, start pulsing it until it starts to pull together into a dough. And eventually, it should start clumping up together and going around and around she goes. So we'll clump up in one ball relatively shortly. And there we've got our pasta dough. I will get my hand a few times just to get the feel for it. Okay, it's nice and sticky. So I'm going to wrap that up in saran wrap, and I'm going to get my pasta roller out, and we'll be going over a couple things that we can do with the pasta dough, including one hand roll in case you don't have a pasta roller. So I'm Chef Chad. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm going to do some fresh rolled pasta now. This is the pasta that we made earlier. As you can see, it's more pliable now. I've got some flour so I can keep dropping it in there. I'm going to open my pasta wheeler out to the highest, and I'm going to try to top it on the machine. So you can see, just go through there, fold it in half, get that down in there, about 2 or 3 times. Starts to get a little sticky. I just roll it in a little bit of flour, break it up a couple thicknesses. It's starting to get longer now. Quick little tip here. Turn this off so you can hear. I'm going to take some of this fresh basil. I'm going to put a couple leaves in here like so. Take off some of the thicker stems. Okay, one more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. Maybe fold some of this over to get that leaf in there. And what I've just done is I've created open it up a little bit, a basil pasta. As this comes through, again, it's a little bit thicker now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As this comes out, you see I now have a beautiful pattern in the pasta. So I'm going to let this sit over here off to the side for a few minutes while I do some more of the pasta. I just wanted to show you that technique. So I'm going to get some more pasta, and I'll go into fast forward mode until I get these rolled out into flats, and then we will be right back. Okay, so these two here I'm going to make some linguine out of, which is this cutter right here when I turn it on. Okay, I'm back. So what I've got here is I've just got some basic marinara sauce. This was homemade. I'll have a video someday about making marinara sauce, but until then, you can make your own if you have your own recipes that you like, or you could go ahead and go to buy a bottle of tomato spaghetti sauce from the store. There's several good varieties out there. I'm going to add about half a cup of some basil chiffonade, which is just thinly sliced basil leaves. I did make a short about it. If you can find it and look it up, it is out there somewhere. I'm waiting for it to go viral so I can become famous. Laugh, ha ha ha. Anyway, back here, I have some water that's had come to a boil. It's gonna come to a boil shortly. This is the pasta that I made earlier, the linguine. It's got the basil pasta as well as the machine-made linguine. I'm just going to drop this into the water, and then as soon as that starts bubbling a little bit, I'm going to shut it off. The water has enough heat to finish cooking the pasta, especially fresh pasta. It doesn't take that long. It only takes about 3 minutes anyway. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to throw a cover over it, and that should have enough heat to cook the pasta. My timer's going off now, so in the oven, what I have is the meatballs. I'm going to check those, and they're getting nice and warm. And then I've also got some bread, garlic bread that I made out of the pan de cristal that I made the other day. So I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to put that back in the oven. I'm going to leave the meatballs out because they are cooked through. And actually, I'm going to add some of those to the sauce. So, just gonna 1, 2, 3. They are quite hot, so if you don't have chef hands, use tongs, or a fork, or a spatula, or something. So I'm gonna let those sit in there. I can get one more in there. This pasta is bubbling again. I am going to give that a quick stir. Yes, it's looking good. And so there we have our spaghetti, or homemade pasta and meatballs. It's not really spaghetti. And I'll be back shortly to show you the... All right. And there we have the pasta topped with the sauce and meatballs, a little bit of basil and fresh Parmesan for garnish. So thank you for coming to my kitchen. I hope you come back. Remember to like or subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you, and I'd love to hear your comments if you have anything to say about anything that I've done. So please, thank you for watching. I'm Chef Chad, and get in the kitchen and cook something.